to the live stream. For those that possibly tuned in the first go around that I did this, I tried to stream a slightly different way a minute ago, but I didn't really like it, so I decided to delete that and basically go live all over again. Alright, so, as the title suggests, this is my entire Pokemon card collection. Before we jump in too far, though, I want to get some ground rules laid out. So, excuse me. First of all, we will be starting with the common grade cards, which are right here in this little tin. In case you can't see it, I've labeled this tin common. That means these cards right here are the cards you will find in any and every pack. Nothing really special about them. However, all Pokemon cards are going to be appreciated during this live stream because of their artwork and or other features. After the common cards, we will move on with the uncommon cards, which are slightly more rare, but not classified as rare. After that, we will move on to the energy cards. That will be a very quick segment because I have a lot of the same energy type cards, and I only really need to show one or two of them off. So the energy card segment of the live stream will definitely be a very short segment. Next, of course, we are going to dive into the binders. These are several binders that have several different cards in them, so I'm going to show off the binders one at a time as well. Next, we will dive into this small little deck box. This is the Black and White Plasma Freeze deck box. A really cool themed deck from the Black and White series, and I've only ever opened it a single time, so all of these cards in here should still be in really good condition. And of course, last but not least, at the very end of the live stream, we are going to dive in to the brand new cards that I just bought today, as well as the rare cards. We are going to save the rare labeled cards till the very end of the video, mostly because those are the cards that are probably more sought after. Those are the cards that everyone came here to see, so therefore, being the little stinker that I am, I'm going to make all of you guys sit through at least an hour of Pokemon cards before we move on to the rare cards. Which, by the way, I have a lot of very cool-looking rare cards, so I am most excited to show you guys those. So that's pretty much going to be the ground rules. I will also type them out here as well. If I can type in my own chat, I haven't really figured that out yet. One thing I will point out is I haven't really live streamed directly off my mobile phone yet. So I do not know how that's going to work. Hopefully I'll start seeing some comments rolling in soon though, because again, I've never really live streamed off my mobile before. So this is sort of a new live streaming experience for me. Normally, when I used to do live streams back in the day on this channel, I used to live stream directly off my PlayStation 4, which is, oddly enough, right over there. However, let's dive into this stream because I do realize this is probably going to take a while to get through every single card, but I will go through them as quickly and briefly as possible so that I don't take all day on one single card. Alright, so, once again, I will repeat the ground rules. First, we are going to be showing off the common cards, next, the uncommon cards, next, the energy cards, next, the binders, which may or may not also have rare cards in them, I'm not sure. Next, this small little deck box, that will be a very quick segment. Next, we have the rare cards at the very end of the stream, as well as the brand new cards that I just bought today and haven't opened yet. Alright, so, let's dive into things. Let's scoot the binders out of the way, however, because we will not need them right now. We will need them later, but not right now. So let's move everything else kind of out of the way to the side here. Let's just scoot this back a bit. Alright, so, firstly, we are taking a look at the common cards. All of my common cards are in this tin here. Has a nice little Pikachu on the front. Has a bunch of other shit on the side. Got a Volcan in here. I believe that's its name, but I could be wrong. I believe there is a Magerna on this side of the tin as well, but as you can see, it's covered up by the label. So, for those of you that don't know, typically when Pokemon cards first began, I'm going to actually talk while I scoot everything else out of the way here. Typically, when Pokemon cards first began, there was 3 distinct ways to tell the difference between the cards and the rarity they hold. So, for those that don't know, any Pokemon card with a black circle symbol on the bottom of it is labeled as common, the most easy cards to find. Any Pokemon card with a black diamond is uncommon, meaning slightly more rare, but not that big of a deal. And any Pokemon card with a black star or a promo icon is labeled as rare or rare promo. Now, of course, as the days go on, Pokemon cards just constantly keep evolving, and, you know, they become hard to tell what's what. So, you know, that's kind of fun. It becomes really hard to tell what's what on the Pokemon cards. However, that's the most basic way to dictate what they are. So we're going to scoot this aside, and we're just kind of going to pull a couple from the top here. I believe I put a bunch of new cards in here recently as well, so I'm not too sure what to expect here. Alright, so we're going to take these first couple off the top here. We will show off the rest later. Alright, so right off the bat here, looks like we have a Bellsprout. Pretty cool looking card, but nothing too fancy. Also, in case I have not said this already, I am a sucker for the Johto region. I grew up playing Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver on my Nintendo DS. I believe those were technically my first Pokemon games ever, so I have a huge soft spot for anything Johto related. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I enjoy Bellsprout. Not a super powerful Mon, but nonetheless, it is a Johto Mon, and we're just going to set him right over there. We will be cleaning up the cards as we go through them, however, to make room for the new ones, so keep that in mind. Here we have a Machop. Looks like he's carrying a very heavy boulder. He definitely lifts, bro. He definitely lifts. Alright, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. This is my entire Pokemon card collection so far, starting with the common cards and saving the rare cards until the end of the video. Here we have a Horsey. I think that's from Johto, but I could be wrong. My Pokemon knowledge is not exactly what it used to be. Nonetheless, pretty cool artwork on that card. You can see the ripples in the water if you look closely. Not really too much to say about that card, however, but that is a nice little detail nonetheless. Here we have a Magikarp. More specifically, this is a Magikarp level 13. My camera seems to be kind of blurry at the moment. But this is a Magikarp that apparently knows Dragon Rage for some reason. That is a very powerful move for a very weak Pokemon. However, those intellectuals, like me, they know that Magikarp is not, in fact, the weakest Pokemon, because it can learn Dragon Rage, apparently. So there's that. Also, I should mention, these cards that I'm going to be showing off throughout the stream will be in varied conditions. Some are in good condition, others are in not so good condition. Like I said before, I've had this collection for quite some time. Here we have a Geodude. Pretty cool looking artwork. Nothing too exciting though. Let's see if I can get a better quality picture on that artwork here. Other than that though, just a Geodude. Nothing too special. Just kind of meh. Like I said, these are the common cards that I'm going through first, so nothing too exciting. Here we have a Diglett. I do enjoy the artwork on this one, however. Looks really cool. Kind of looks like he's hanging out under a bunch of flowers. Looks like some of the said flowers might also be dead if you look closely. But pretty cool detail on that card. Nothing too special, however. Here we have a Drowsy. This one is alright. Not a super rare card or anything, but I like the artwork a lot. Looks like he's trying to hypnotize you, as Drowsy and Hypno do. So that's pretty cool. I definitely like the artwork on that one. Even though this card is common and not too special, I would give this card a 10 out of 10 rating just based on the artwork alone. So, you know, I really like that card. And as I said before, I'm a sucker for Johto, so there's that as well. Here we have everyone's favorite Team Rocket member. We have Meowth. For those that grew up watching the anime like me, I think we can all agree that Meowth definitely deserves his own series. That being said, that is my opinion, so let's move on. The artwork is nothing too special on that one. I do like the environment, though. all the artwork for all of the Pokemon cards definitely deserves more appreciation. Here we have an Eevee, one of my favorite normal types, so that's pretty cool. This artwork gets a 10 out of 10 because Eevee. Also because it looks like he's standing on a rooftop, therefore giving him the high ground. So that's pretty cool. Also, Saiyan Fighter, if you happen to be watching this, yes, I made the high ground reference. You're welcome. So that's pretty cool. Here we have a Hitmonchan. Looks like it's part of a specific set, but I can't really tell. My camera's not picking it up. Looks like it's part of a single strike set, whatever that means. Most of these cards, I don't remember how long I've had them for, so don't expect me to know every single set and thing that they're part of. Here we have a Vulpix, one of my favorite fire types, so that's pretty cool. Nothing too special about this Vulpix, though. Kind of just another Vulpix card. However, I do enjoy Vulpix, so that is a 10 out of 10. Here we have a Chansey, one of those Pokemon that I definitely feel deserves more appreciation. A lot of these Pokemon tend to fall in the background after a while because there's so many of them now. There's so many Pokemon in existence now, it's kind of ridiculous. Here we have a Mankey. Every time I see this Pokemon, I instantly think of the monkey meme from what's that character's name? Oogway from Kung Fu Panda, I believe. Every time I see this Pokemon, I instantly think of the monkey meme, and I can't get that shit out of my head. It's terrible. So that Mankey card we are giving a 0 out of 10 because monkey. Here we have Clefairy. Really nice artwork on this card. I love it. Clefairy is one of those Pokemon that I've always had kind of a soft spot for. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fact that they came from fucking outer space and shit. That's pretty cool. So this Clefairy card definitely is really nice looking. Nothing too special. Not a rare card, of course, once again. Here we have a Hoppip. This is another Johto Pokemon, so it instantly gets a 10 out of 10 for my favorite region. Looks like it's from the Rapid Strike series, whatever that means. So we'll just throw that right on top. Here we have the most controversial Pokemon in existence, Jynx. I don't really have much to say about that, unfortunately, because of the controversy. I will say, however, that I feel like Jynx is one of those Pokemon that just kind of, like, never appears in any episodes ever. Again, likely due to the controversy. But, also, I'm going to be a little dirty bastard here for a minute. That Jynx does not look right in the dress department. That looks like a penis. So we're moving on from that Jynx card. We're just going to throw that aside. Here we have an Execute. Funny little thing. I will give a brief opinion on Execute as a Pokemon. I really liked the original Execute and Executor from Johto. However, I do not care for the Alolan version of Execute or Executor because long. Don't really care for the Alola version of that Pokemon, but because Execute is originally from Johto, it's another 10 out of 10. Here we have Drowsy, once again, a different art style this time, so that's kind of cool. It also has the little Pokédex facts here at the bottom as well, the Pokédex information, so that's kind of cool. I like the other Drowsy better, personally. Here we have a Staryu. Looks like it's just kind of hanging out in the water there. Staryu is one of those Pokemon that I really like, just because it's really aesthetically pleasing. It's a fucking star shape, and that's pretty neat. So, Staryu definitely gets a 10 out of 10 as a Pokemon, in my book. Staryu definitely deserves more screen time. Here we have another Geodude. Looks like he's shooting stars out of his fucking eyeballs, so that's pretty neat. This is a very old card. I think I've had this one for quite some time. Here we have a Pikachu. You'll probably see 20 more of those throughout the live stream, so that's pretty cool. This Pikachu is pretty neat. It kind of looks really chubby. I kind of like that art style. It looks like one of those, what are they called? What are they called? Hang on. I'm trying to think here. What the hell are they called? Chibi? I think that's like the art style they were going for. It kind of reminds me of like that Chibi art style with like the big head, little body. However, this Pikachu is very cute in this art style. I definitely give this a 10 out of 10 only for the art style, nothing else. The art style is fantastic, 10 out of 10. Here we have another Hitmonchan, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to start going through these a little bit quicker now, though, because we are on 14 minutes. as I adjust my fucking legs that fell asleep like 5 minutes ago. Alright, here we have a Vulpix. This is really cool. I really like the art style on this with the sunset in the background. Also, it's a Vulpix, one of my favorite fire types, so again, that card will get another 10 out of 10. Here we have Staryu. I like the other Staryu better, personally. Nothing too exciting about that one. Here we have, oh yes, another Pikachu. Matter of fact, you guys, I think we should play a game. Let's count up how many Pikachus we go through throughout the video. So, yeah, officially we have 2. Also, I do like this art style as well. It seems like Pikachu always gets really interesting art styles on his cards, so that's pretty neat. Here we have a Cubone. This one has a little bit of a dent in it, so that's not really great. But Cubone is pretty cool. Nothing too special, however, we're going to throw him aside. Here we have Tangela, so that's pretty neat. Not really all that special, though. Alright, let's dig out some more cards, shall we? However, before we do that, I'm going to organize my floor here for a minute and, get these cards back to organizable status. We're going to just fix these up before diving into the next batch of cards. Don't mind me. Do. Alright. We're going to just get these back into a position where we can put them back in the tin pretty easily. Alright, so we're going to put these Pikachus right on top there. Let's dive into the next batch of cards. If you're just now tuning in, these are still the common cards. Once again, I will be saving the rare cards for the end of the video. Let's see. Ooh, we might want to fix that up real quick. I think we just fucked up there, buddy. I think we just fucked up there. Alright, so these are all of my unknown cards. We're actually going to save those till the very end of the common section of the video. Let's fix these cards up real fast. I will say that the more cards you have, the more chaos it is trying to keep them organized, so that's not really fun. But I think since we have all the unknown cards right here already, we will dive right into those. Alright, so, for those that don't know, Unknown is another Johto Pokemon, therefore is instantly going to get a 10 out of 10 because of my nostalgia with Johto. So here we have a basic Unknown card with a bunch of the letters. That's pretty cool. I almost have the full Unknown alphabet, but I do not have every single letter, so that is unfortunate. Here we have an Unknown in the shape of a B. Here we have Unknown D. D. That's funny. Here we have Unknown E, Unknown F, H, I, K, this one is M, N, O, P, looks like an I, maybe? No, that's a Q. Alright, Unknown Q. We have Unknown S. We have Unknown T. Unknown, what is that? Looks like a V. Okay. Unknown, ooh, a Holo, that's cool. This one is a Holo, and this one is Unknown W shape. I'm running out of room for unknowns here, unfortunately. I may need to scoot back for a minute. Unknown Y, and of course we have Unknown Z. Now I am missing a couple of the unknown letters. I will eventually try to get my hands on them if I can ever find them again, but who knows, I might not ever find them. Given the fact that Unknown is a pretty older Pokemon, I may not find Unknown very soon. That is unfortunate. I'm going to stack these up once again, however, so I can move on to the next cards here, because we have probably 100 or so to get through, so I'm trying to get through them as quick as possible. However, I also want to keep them organized in the background as well, because eventually, when I'm done with this live stream, I will have to pick them up, and that is going to be a big pain in the butt. So I want to make things easier on me in the long run and keep everything as organized as possible. Alright, so we took a little look at the unknowns. Let's put those on the side for now. Let's put these back in here. Alright, so next we have more cards. We have a Roselia, pretty cool. That's another Pokemon that is awesome in my opinion. Here we have a Chihuahua. I believe this is from Sword and Shield, but I could be wrong. I didn't really care much for Sword and Shield myself, but let me know your guys' opinions on Sword and Shield in the comments. Alright, here we have this thing. I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. Forgive me, some of these names are a little complicated for my tiny walnut brain. Here we have an octopus with boxing gloves. That's what I'm going to call it for the rest of the video, because again, I don't really give a crap about Sword and Shield. Here we have Cottony. We have another boxing octopus, Coloptopus, whatever you want to call it. Here we have Yamper. Yamper is a special case. Yamper is from Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I don't really give a crap about. However, because Yamper is doggo, we will give him a pass. So Yamper is instantly a 10 out of 10 Pokemon for good boy, I guess. We'll give him the good boy status. Here we have a scorpion insect thing. Another Pokemon that I just couldn't give less of crap about, if I'm being honest. For those of you that are fans of Sword and Shield, I do apologize for my blunt opinions, but I don't really care much for Sword and Shield, other than Yamper. Yamper obviously gets a pass because good boy. Here we have a Pinard. That's a really weird name, by the way. I don't know how they came up with that. Here we have a Carnivinha, blah, 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 whatever that thing is. It's a shark. We'll call it a fucking shark. Here we have Wishy-Washy, another interesting Pokemon with a gimmick that was easily forgettable. However, I did enjoy the gimmick nonetheless. Here we have Zora, another very cool Pokemon. Most people are probably going to recognize that one. We have a Scraggy. Poor guy just can't keep his pants up, can he? Alright, let's actually start putting these in another pile so we can get them later. We have a lot of cards to go through, but hopefully it goes well. Here we have a Bagon and a Plusle. That's pretty cool. We're going to just kind of put those on top there. I'm thinking that we'll take a handful at a time. Here we have Petlily. I'm probably butchered that name horribly. Here we have a Bergmite, one of those Pokemon that I just can't really care for. Here we have a Munna. This is from the Unova region, I believe. I could be wrong about that, however. Here we have a Marill, another Johto Pokemon, so of course we're going to give it a 10 out of 10. Here we have a Helioptile. This Pokemon, I believe, is from X and Y, or the Kalos region. I could be wrong about that, however. Feel free to correct me. Let's see here. We have Klefki, another Kalos Pokemon. I don't mind Kalos, in all honesty. Pretty cool region. We have Pansage, another Kalos region Pokemon. Wooloo. I will say that Wooloo, again, gets a pass. Wooloo is from Sword and Shield, but again, I'll give Wooloo a pass because, well, sheep. And Pancham's pretty cool, I guess. We also have a... Get out of here. Galarian Darumaka. I don't care about the Galarian version, but it was kind of cool how they switched it from a fire type to an ice type. Let's see, we have Cutiefly, another, oh yeah, funny thing. This does not have the fairy type energy symbol on the card. I'm not really sure why. This is in fact a fairy type Pokemon, but it has the psychic type energy symbol, which is really weird. Let me know why they did that if anyone knows, because that's pretty weird. Let's see here. I should be getting live messages, but I'm not getting anything yet. Oh well. Let's move on. All right, we have a Lotad here. Lotad's pretty neat. Lotad is the boy. Here comes the boy. We have a Sableye. We have Clauncher, as well as Galarian Zigzagoon. I will give Galarian Zigzagoon a pass, however, because it has a third evolution in Galar, so that's pretty cool. Here we have Mareep, along with one of my favorite Pokemon evolutions, Ralts. In case you guys are not aware, I will give you this little tidbit of information. Gardevoir happens to be one of my favorite Pokemon, so do with that as you will, you dirty bastards, you pervs lurking in the comments. They exist. So here we have a cast form, rainy form. That's pretty cool. Cast form is an interesting Pokemon. I wish it could come back into the main series games. Here we have a Snover with the single strike emblem on it. Here we have Galarian Yamask. Don't really feel like that was necessary, but here we are. Here we have Skidoo, that goat Pokemon from Kalos. That's pretty cool. Another Sword and Shield one that I'm not going to try to pronounce. Here we have Chatot along with Tynamo and another Zora. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. We got Grubbin. We got... Ooh, is that a Rotom? That's pretty cool. I didn't even know I had that one. Rotom is a very cool Pokemon. I wish they'd bring him back and give him another gimmick like they did in one of the games that he appeared in. Here we have a Smeargle. Looks like he's making a very complicated art project. Smeargle is a pretty cool Pokemon in my opinion. I like the gimmick with the paintbrush tail thing. Here we have Mantine. Let me know in the comments, though, is Mantine a Johto Pokemon? I think he is, but I could be wrong. Here we have a Swablu. We have Wobbuffet in the single strike deck, I suppose. These cards are not really organized based on deck. I should point that out right now. These cards are pretty much just kind of organized based on how I felt like organizing them. Here we have an Execute, another Tymo, a Wilmer, and what else? A Drillbur. All right. Here we have Roggenrola, a Remoraid, and a Trapinch. I believe I just recently got that Trapinch, actually. I picked it up from a store somewhere. Here we have Crabrawler. I don't really have an opinion on that Pokemon. It's kind of just meh. Here we have a Mainfu. I believe I butchered that name terrible, so I apologize. Here we have this bug type. Another fun fact, when I play Pokemon games, I don't normally use a lot of bug type Pokemon. Mostly because most of them aren't that really, they don't really stand out to me for the most part. There's this thing. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, unfortunately. Here we have a Houndour. That's a pretty cool Pokemon. Here we have a Spoink. Rest in peace, Spoink. Rest in peace, Spoink enjoyers who actually know the truth. That if Spoink stops bouncing, it will instantly die. That is very fucked up. Here we have Mischievous, another Johto Pokemon, so it instantly gets 10 out of 10. Here we have yet another Pikachu. That's, what, like 3 of them now? I think so. Here we have Chimecho. I believe I pronounced that properly, but I could be wrong. Here we have Grubbin. Another Crabrawler. Sandile, and Alolan Meowth. That's pretty cool. I don't feel like Meowth needed an Alolan form, but that's my opinion. Another Crabrawler. A Ralts. This will be our second Ralts that we've seen during the stream. That's pretty cool. Here we have an Inkay. We have a Dew Spider. That's a pretty cool Pokemon, not gonna lie. Excuse me. Sneasel, a Dark type. We have this thing. A Shiny Chow. I'm not going to try to pronounce that ever again. We have a Skidoo again. You will likely see a bunch of duplicate cards in the future of this stream. Keep that in mind. We have a Yanma and a Dino thing. We have our first comment of the day. I'm not even going to try to pronounce what that comment said. I believe it might just be spam. I could be wrong, however. We have a Plusle. That's pretty cool. We have Goomy. Sandygast. Not really that cool of a Pokemon. It's just a pile of sand. Here we have an Alolan Rattata, or as I like to call him, Mario. It's me, Pokemon. Here we have Chihuahua. The stack is getting pretty big, so we're going to have to do something about that. Here we have a Pokemon that is literally just a cup of tea. Not sure where that came from, though. Not sure whose idea that was at Game Freak Incorporated. Here we have a Alolan Farfetch'd. I used to not care for this Pokemon, but then I started watching the Pokemon Journeys anime. And Alolan Farfetch'd is pretty cool, so I'll give him a pass this time. We have another Galor Pokemon here. We have a Snubbull, another Johto, so it gets a pass. Here we have this thing again. Another Goomy. I really like the artwork on this, especially that little dragon symbol at the bottom. That's pretty cool. Here we have Wooloo, a Joltik, a Salandit, and another octopus with boxing gloves. Alright, so that pretty much dives into most of the common cards. We only have a couple more to get through here, as I knock over my entire stack. Here are the rest of the common grade cards, all in sleeves. I put the rest of these ones in sleeves because most of them are, in fact, holo cards. So let's get through these as quick as possible so that we can move on to the, rare and all that other shit. We also have a ton of work to get through, so I may or may not have to break this up into 2 separate live streams, depending on how things go. Here we have a holo Krabby, so that's pretty cool. We'll put it back in the bin, however. Here we have a holo Slowpoke, level 10 it looks like. That's pretty cool. Also, for any of those Pokemon card fanatics out there, is there a meaning to the leveling system in the Pokemon card game? Because I'm not sure. Not all Pokemon have the level indicator on their card, but some do, and I was kind of wondering about that. What's all that about? Let's see, we have a Galarian Ponyta. Every time I see this this Pokemon, I can't help but think of that fucking My Little Pony shit. I'm not a fan of that, personally, but if anyone watching is a fan of that, I will not judge them for it. Here we have a bug type, which I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of. It is also a holo with some really cool energy symbols on the card, so that's really nice. Also, I'm using Bulbasaur card sleeves for most of my cards, so that's pretty cool. Here we have a holo Drillbur with similar designs on his card of the energy type painted all over. I really like that little detail there, so that's kind of cool. Here we have a Pumpkaboo, another card with the energy symbols all over the place. That is a really cool detail on the card, I have to admit. I definitely like that. Some of these holo cards really are pretty nice looking. Here we have a holo Dew Spider with yet again the same type of energy symbols. That's really cool. Here we have a Clauncher. Again, same type of thing. Still pretty cool though. Definitely like the blah 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 blah. Can't talk right now. The little attention to detail I was gonna say. Really like it. Here we have a Weedle. I believe that's Johto, but I could be wrong. It might actually be Gen 1. I'm not sure. But yet again, we have the little energy symbols as well as a giant leaf symbol right there. So that's pretty cool. Here we have a Psyduck in the art style of the live-action Detective Pikachu movie. I believe I got this from a Detective Pikachu type of set. I'm not really sure, though. Nonetheless, this is a reverse holo, I believe. Here we have a full holo of Drowsy. I've had this card for quite some time. Oh yeah, and it has a different card sleeve, I forgot. That's pretty neat. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's put these cards back into the tin and move on to the next thing, shall we? Alright. So, that takes care of the common cards. If you were just now tuning in, I will again lay down the ground rules. We just finished taking a look at the common cards, and we are going to be diving into the uncommon ones. However, I may or may not have to save the rare cards for another live stream. It is tempting to dive into the rare cards right away, however, but I do intend to show off my entire collection nonetheless. Here we have the... Oops, that's for later. My bad. Here we have the uncommon cards. Alright, let's dive in. You'll have to excuse me. Talking for a prolonged amount of time has made my throat quite a little bit sore. And it also doesn't help that this little tin doesn't want to seem to open. Alright, let's see here. I need both hands. There we go. All right. So these are the uncommon cards, which are slightly more rare, but still not as rare as the rare. All right. Take a shot for however many times I mentioned the rare cards. Let's turn it into a little game, shall we? For you big boys out there. All right, so we're going to be saving the holo cards for last because those are most important, most exciting, of course. Here we have Jynx yet again, one of the more controversial Pokemon. Nonetheless, I feel like Jynx gets way too much hate. I don't really have any opinions on that, but let's move on. Here we have Swellow. I believe I mispronounced that. Here we have Raboot, one of the Sword and Shield Pokemon in the Galar region. That's pretty neat. We're going to put that on top. Alrighty, here we have Porygon 2, a very interesting Pokemon. I really wish Porygon and its evolutions had more anime appearances. I did hear something about a Porygon anime appearance that instantly was banned in the US. I don't really know about that, though. I really wish Porygon had an actual appearance outside of Japan, though. Porygon's a pretty cool Pokemon, in my opinion, and I just wish that it appeared more in the anime, or in the games, really, too. Let's see. We have Crocuna. That's pretty cool. I believe that's a Johto starter evolution. Here we have Skiploom from Rapid Strike, whatever that is. Here we have Boldore. I believe that is from the Unova region, black and white. We have everyone's favorite memed to all hell Pokemon, Shuckle. For those in the comments, if you have never heard of Shuckle, there is a very famous phrase that is very overused. Don't fuckle with Shuckle, and I think that's pretty funny. So, yeah, Shuckle's pretty neat. We'll give him a pass. Also, fun fact, apparently Shuckle has the strongest defense out of most of the Pokemon. Let's see, we have this thing. It's the Anchor Pokemon. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, though, because, quite frankly, I don't know how to feel about that. Here we have Trumpbeak. It's supposed to be modeled after a toucan, I guess. Every time I see Trumpbeak or its evolutions, I can't help but think of the Fruit Loops commercial with Toucan Sam. Here we have Clawitzer. That is the evolution of the previously shown off Clauncher, I believe. So that's kind of neat. Here we have a Sliggoo, the evolution of Goomy, and the previous stage right before Goodra, which is a lot of people's favorite for some reason. Here we have Vigoroth. This is a Hoenn region Pokemon. Oh, hey, by the way, Galay Knight, if you're watching this, buddy, shout out to you, man. I know you're a fan of the Hoenn region, or at least one of the particular characters in said region. So, yeah, that one goes out to you, friend. Here we have a Pyroar. Here we have this thing, Pimiku. I probably mispronounced that horribly wrong, and I'm probably going to get sniped for that. So, you know, that's fun. Here we have a Turtonator. Very cool Pokemon, and very awesome anime appearance as well. Turtonator was the main Pokemon of one of the characters from the Sun and Moon anime, which honestly gets a lot of hate. I'm not really sure why. Here we have a Macargo. Did you know that this Pokemon's body temperature is so hot that you instantly fucking get evaporated when even being within like 100 feet of it? Yeah, apparently that Pokemon's temperature is like 10 times that of the sun or something. So that's pretty dangerous. Here we have this thing. It's one of the elephant Pokemon from Sword and Shield. Again, another Pokemon that I couldn't care less about. Here we have Dugtrio. Pretty cool. Here we have Dubwool. It appears to be the evolution of the previously shown Wooloo. And once again, we will give it a pass because sheep. Here we have Pangoro. Really cool Pokemon and the evolution of Pancham. Here we have another memed to all hell Pokemon. This is a Dunsparce. Obviously, Dunsparce is the strongest Pokemon, right? Yeah, get the hell out of here. Here we have a Mawile. Interesting card design. That's all I'm going to say. Here we have the Sun, or Solrock, I guess. I'm sure we have a Lunatone mixed in somewhere. Here we have this thing. Again, another one that I don't really care for all that much. Here we have a I'm not going to pronounce it because I'm terrible with most pronunciations. However, this is the evolution of Poplio, Sun and Moon, so that's pretty neat. I actually enjoyed Sun and Moon a little bit, so we're going to give that a pass. Here we have an Alolan Persian, the evolution of Alolan Meowth. Once again, I don't think Meowth really needed an Alolan variant, but it's still kind of neat nonetheless. Here we have an Alolan Graveler, the evolution of Alolan Geodude. We have an Emolga. We have a Kirlia, the evolution of Ralts, and another one of my favorites. Here we have Sharpedo. That's pretty neat. Although, I will bring that back for a quick minute because, like, whose idea was it to chop a shark's lower half off and call that a Pokemon? I'm not really sure how to feel about that, to be honest. That's half a shark. I'm not really sure how to feel about that. Here we have another Sword and Shield Pokemon that, frankly, Emolga yet again. Here we have this thing from Sun and Moon. I believe I butchered the name last time, so I'm not going to do that shit again. Here we have a Haunter, as well as a Rhyhorn. Also, there was this running gag a while ago about how Rhyhorn was apparently the first Pokemon ever created. So that's pretty neat. Marowak. Been a while since I've seen that card. Here we have Graveler. We have Sliggoo yet again, the evolution of Goomy, and the previous evolution to Goodra. Here we have a Gogoat. That is a pretty cool Pokemon. I really like that. All right. Here we have a Heracross. We have Eldegoss, I believe. Eldegoss. Sword and Shield, so, you know, don't really have an opinion on that yet again. Here we have Heatmore. A really interesting artwork on that one. I can't really see his face, unfortunately, but that's neat, I guess. Here we have an Alolan, a Galarian Stunfish. Don't really need that. That was kind of an unnecessary Pokemon design, but that's my opinion. Here we have a Galvantula. That's pretty cool. Let me adjust my legs again real quick, as they seem to have fallen asleep. Here we have Sneasel, as well as Minun to go with our previously shown Plusle. And that about wraps up the common cards, just about. The only ones we have left are the holo cards, which we will show those off in a minute here, once I get these cards organized and make room on my floor. And once again, we will be doing the rare cards as well. At least that is the plan. Alright. Here are the holo cards in the uncommon section. We have Flaffy. That's really nice. We have Electabuzz. Really, really good looking holo card. And also a very cool Pokemon. Fun fact, when I was first starting out as a wee lad, as a Pokemon fan, when I was first getting into Pokemon, for some reason, I liked Elekid way more than Pikachu. Of course, that quickly faded into oblivion, but Elekid still holds a place in my heart. So, the Electabuzz card that we previously showed will get a 10 out of 10 rating. Here we have a Golduck. Really cool looking holo card, really cool artwork. Here we have a Jynx. Not really a holo, but, you know, whatever. I believe this might have been one of the original base sets, actually. I could be wrong, but it looks like it's one of those original artwork cards, so that's pretty neat. It's in a sleeve, of course, as it should be. Here we have a Parasect, which looks to be the original artwork. That's really cool. Here we have a Tentacruel. This might have been one of the base sets, but I don't know for sure. Here we have Paris. Again, could have been one of the base sets based on the artwork, but I don't know for sure. These next couple, I believe, are Growlithe and Dugong. So that about wraps up the uncommon cards. Now, if anyone's just now tuning in, we are about to dive into the energy cards, but that will be a very, very short segment because I only have a couple of them. So here are the energy cards. Nothing super special to say about that one, but I will show them off nonetheless. it will be a very short segment of cards compared to the last couple we dove into, and I might need both hands to get this bastard open. Ah, you darn thing. It's being a little stubborn at the moment. Alright. Here we have a Fire Energy. I'm going to skip a couple cards in, and we also have a Grass Energy. I believe I have most of the energy cards, but I could be wrong. Here we have a Water Energy. I'm going to once again skip a couple cards in. Here we have a Psychic Energy. I'm going to skip a couple cards in and see what's next. I believe I have most of the energy cards, so that's kind of neat. Let's see here. We have an Electric Energy. I believe I have most of the cards. I know I keep repeating that, but I'm trying to backtrack. We have Special Energy, Double Colorless. I have a bunch of variants of this card as well. We have another Colorless Energy, another Colorless, a Lucky Energy, a Treasure Energy. I have a bunch of different energy cards, and I'm not really sure what some of the newer ones mean, like the Lucky Energy. I've never heard of that one before. We have Dark Energy. We have a bunch of other energy-related cards. Let's see here. All right, so we'll put those there, and that's pretty much the whole energy segment. That pretty much sums it up, because I have several of the same energy cards for some reason. All right, let's wrap that up real quick. That about wraps up the energy card segment. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, boys. Now we will be diving in to the binders, because those are pretty much one of the only things left at this point. For those that are just now tuning in, I will remind you again that we will be doing the rare cards at the very end of the live stream. That seems kind of like a good way to end things off. Oh yeah, I also have a Dark Energy as well, so that's pretty neat. Once again, though, that pretty much sums up the entire energy card segment. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on that, because the energy cards aren't typically that important. However, let's dive into the, let's dive into the binder, shall we? Let's move this aside real quick. Alright, so, before the binders, we're going to make sure we dive into that little deck here. So let's open up this deck box, shall we? This is the Pokemon Black and White Plasma Freeze deck. I don't know when this came out, but this is a pretty old deck. I've had it for quite some time, and I never really separated any of the cards that are in there. So all of the cards that initially came with this deck should still be in there all nice and tidy. I also really liked this deck back in the day because it came with some very unique cards. Get out of here. Alright. So, what I mean by very unique cards, we will see in just a second here. Here's the energy cards. Here's a couple of the trainer cards. And, what everyone came to see, here's the Team Plasma cards. Those are interesting because I've never seen something like them before. Here we have a trainer card in the form of a Shadow Triad. That looks to be what it's called. That has a Team Plasma logo on the bottom, so that's pretty cool. Here we have a Team Plasma Grunt, which is pretty cool. I've never seen a card like this back in the day, so I was really impressed with the artwork. We have a Team Plasma Grunt right there, so that's neat. We have an official Team Plasma Pokeball. I really wish they would implement, evil team Pokeballs like this into the games, or even show them off in the anime. That would be really cool. But as you can see, this is a Pokeball with the Team Plasma logo on the front, which is really a cool thing, to be honest. I wish they'd do more with that. Another Team Plasma Pokeball. That's pretty cool. Here we have a Jolteon. That's really nice looking. The card itself has this nice Team Plasma look to it. Not only with the emblem there on the bottom, but also the border of the card has a nice little lightning bluish type color to it. So that's how you know it's part of the Team Plasma deck. Another Jolteon. Here we have a Vaporeon. Hey guys, did you know that in terms of... Yeah, no, we're not going there. Here we have another Vaporeon. Here we have an Eevee. You wouldn't really guess that this is part of Team Plasma deck because it doesn't have that same blue highlight that the other ones do. Another Eevee, another Eevee, another Eevee. Wow, look at Eevees for days. Here we have a reverse holo Glaceon, part of the Team Plasma deck. That's really cool. I might put that in a sleeve later on. Here we have a Glaceon without the holo decal. Here we have a Cryogonal. Nothing too special about that one. It does have the blue border to it, so that's really nice. Let me put these cards back and organize so I can make some more room here. All right, here we have a Raticate, a Rattata, another Rattata, and a bunch of trainer cards. Nothing too special about these ones. We do have a couple of Pokemon in the deck here, but I'm going to move on from this one. Like I said, I wanted this to be a shorter, I can't talk today. I wanted this to be a short segment compared to the main deck of cards that I own. Because as cool as this Team Plasma deck is, it's nothing compared to all the rare cards that I have in my collection. So we're going to store this Team Plasma deck back in the box for now. Really cool themed deck, and I really wanted to show it off on a live stream. Because, I mean, look at this. The whole Team Plasma design of these cards is just so cool. Like, I've never seen that before. Of course, we have a bunch of energies as well, and some trainers back there, but we're going to put them away for now. Alright, so as I put them back in the box, I'm going to lean my camera up here. So hang tight for a minute, folks. We'll get on to the binders straight away as soon as I put these cards back in their little container. And while I'm at it, I might also grab a water because my throat is getting quite sore with all these cards I've been diving into. All right. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive into the very first binder here. Nope, not that one. Maybe this one. Nope, not that one either. Not that one. Aha, so we're going to start off with the oldest binder that I have. Now, I've organized my different binders countless times, so there may be a bunch of blank pages in here, but I believe I had a bunch of rare cards at the very, very back of this binder. Of course, we're going to take a quick look at the whole binder. So this is the first ever Pokemon card binder that I ever remember having as a kid. Alright, so we got a bunch of empty pages here. Nothing too special. Here's where the cards sort of begin. And I've had these cards for a very, very, very long couple years. So, we have a bunch of the baby evolutions here on this page. I'm not going to take them out of the binder because that's going to be a pain. But here we have a bunch of baby evolution Pokemon, as they're called. We have Tyrogue, we have Riolu, we have Azumarill, I think, Cleffa, Igglybuff, we have that one, we have Fione, a holo, we have Pichu, level something, level 6, I believe. And here is where the Evolution set starts. These Evolution cards were part of a set back in the day that came with a little Sylveon figure that I still have somewhere. Let me find that. I'll do it later. Alright, so here we have a Reverse Holo Eevee, Reverse Holo Flareon, Reverse Holo Vaporeon, Reverse Holo and Sparkly Jolteon, Reverse Holo Sparkly Leafeon, Reverse Holo Sparkly Glaceon, Reverse Holo Sparkly Umbreon, same thing with the Espeon, and same thing with the Sylveon. The Sylveon card looks really nice. I like how it almost looks like there's a rainbow reflecting off the background. That's really a cool detail. But all these evolution cards here are reverse holo and have a sparkle effect to them. Again, these evolution cards were all part of a single set that I bought way back in the day, and they haven't left this binder ever since. So really cool. Here we have probably one of my most rare cards, a Lugia Legend card. Let me see if I can't get a better view at that. So, this is a Lugia Legend card. I believe there was a top half of this card as well that I never ever found. This card in particular was two halves of the same card. But this is called Legend or Lugia Legend. This was supposed to be a two-part card, but I never found the top half. This is, in fact, the bottom half, and if you look at it sideways like this, you can see Lugia right there. But once again, if anyone knows, are the Legend cards rare? They seem like they would be, but I don't know for sure, so let me know in the comments below if you guys have any idea. Once again, this is my Lugia Legend card, the bottom half of it anyway. So that might be a super rare card, I'm not really sure. Here we have a Floette, a Fairy type. Here we have what I was trying to make into my Fire type page. So, of course, we have Magmar. Yeah, I think so, Magmar. Infernape from Team... or maybe a Gym Leader's Infernape? I'm not sure. There's a little trainer emblem down here. So we have an Infernape from one of the Elite Four members, I think, or Gym Leaders. We have an Alolan Vulpix, a Cyndaquil, a very cool-looking shiny Typhlosion, a Litwick over here, a evolution of Litwick. I never got the third evolution, though. I'm missing the third evolution, which would be Chandelure, I think. Here we have a Monferno, which I never got an original Chimchar or Infernape card. I have a Gym Leader's Infernape right the fuck over here. But I never had, I'm missing a couple of them, as you guys can probably tell. Here we have a Sandalit and a Salazzle. I believe I mispronounced that. But, oh yeah, thank you for the comment. Oh crap, it disappeared. Oh, there it is. Ash's Internet Stories. Nice collection, bro. Hey, I appreciate it, man. And oh my god, Matt, is that you? Jesus Christ. What's up, man? Been a while. All right. And we're back. I may or may not have accidentally hit the home button on my cell phone. That was bad. All right. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate your feedback, my guy. We are just getting started, unfortunately. Also, we're saving the rare cards until the very end of the video. So, yeah, come back in like another, I don't know, 30 minutes. We still got the rest of this binder to look at, and then also these other 3 binders. And then, finally, we will be taking a look at the rare cards. And then, maybe, if there's time, we will be taking a look at the brand new cards I just bought today. So, yeah, we got a lot of ground to cover here. All right, so next page we have a Combustion and a Talonflame. That's pretty neat. Talonflame has always been one of my favorite Pokemon. I definitely used him a lot in my playthrough of, Sun and Moon. Was it Sun and Moon? I can't remember. I think it was. No, wait, it was X and Y. Yeah, I definitely used Talonflame on my team a lot in the X and Y games. Here we have a Snivy, Servine, and Serperior. Finally, a page where I have all 3 of the evolutions. That's pretty neat. Here we have a Chikorita. I believe Chikorita was my starter in the Johto region, so that's pretty cool. Here we have a Holo Blossom. That card might be worth something. I don't really know yet. Here we have a Turtwig that belongs to Gardena. I believe that's her name. The gym leader. One of the gym leaders. In Diamond and Pearl. We have Pansage. Looks like a Holo card. Here we have a Seedot as a Holo. We have Shiftry as a reverse Holo and dual typing. That's pretty cool. Here we have a Holo and sparkly Ladybug. Neat little Pokemon, but not really all that special. Here's an interesting card. We have a Dark Arbok. I believe this was one of my first Dark cards, whatever that means. Here we have another Shuckle. We previously found one in one of these 3 little tin cans we went through previously. Here we have a Cherim, a Tangela, a Totodile. I'm still missing Chikorita and Cyndaquil. Wait a minute. No, I'm not. Hang on a minute. There's one, and here's the other. All right. I will need to reorganize that at some point. So we officially have the 3 starters from the Johto region. That makes me very happy. I am a huge fan of the Johto region. I grew up playing those games. All right, next page. Here we have Oshawott, Duat, and I am missing Samurott, unfortunately, in that little style. I hope you're feeling better. Oh, thanks, man. I definitely am. I still have a small sore throat, but not too bad. What's your favorite? Honestly, it's kind of hard to pick. I have a couple of favorites, but you know, it's kind of hard to pick just one when there's so many Pokemon in existence. I think there's like, I could be wrong, but I think there's like at least 900 something Pokemon that exist currently. I will say one of my favorite Pokemon of all time has always been Gardevoir, though. Uh, yeah, so that's definitely one of my favorites, and I do have a couple Gardevoir rare cards that we will be diving into at the end of the stream here. We got Poplio, which is a pretty nice little background. It's all sparkly and shit. We're missing the next two evolutions of Poplio as well. Go figure. We have Piplup. I believe this might have been a Toys R Us exclusive card back in the day, but I'm not sure. Here we have a Mudkip with a little Game Boy e-reader, whatever that is. Let me know if you guys know about that, because that's pretty interesting. The e-reader, I don't know what the hell that is, but it's supposedly this Pokemon card could be used with the Game Boy at some type of functionality. I'm not really sure. Here we have a Walrein. Not super special, but, you know, kind of cool nonetheless. Here we have another Pokemon that I'm not going to try to butcher the name of. We have a Snorunt. We have a light Paloswine. That's pretty cool. We have a dark Golduck. Really cool artwork on that one. Looks like it has a Team Rocket logo on the corner there as well. That's pretty neat. Here we have a Marill, yet again. And we're getting very close to some of the rare cards that are tucked behind in this binder. So I'll jump through these as quickly as possible for y'all. Here we have a Finneon, not super special in a Pokemon, but a cool card nonetheless, due to the shiny nature of it. Here we have a Welmer, I believe. Here we have Olamola. This is a McDonald's exclusive, I believe. This card right here came in a McDonald's Happy Meal at one point or another, along with a Pokemon figurine. So that definitely brings back a good memory of a simpler time when you could get Pokemon in McDonald's. That was a good day. That was some good times. Here we have a Basculin, a really neat holo card. Here we have Shinx Luxray, but I am missing the middle evolution. Go figure. Here we have a Plusle with sort of a reverse holo look to it. Here we have a Minun with the same reverse holo thing going on. We have another Emolga. I have probably 50 of those. Here we have a reverse Pachirisu. I believe this came in a set with a Palkia or Dialga card, but I could be wrong. Here we have Electrike, Manectrike. I believe I butchered that. Here we have an Espeon belonging to a gym leader. A Mr. Mime belonging to Sabrina. That's really cool. We're getting very close to the couple of rare cards in the binder, so stay tuned. Here we have a Seviper, a Mimikyu, a Spiritomb, a Goth Pokemon, another Goth Pokemon, and yet another Goth Pokemon. All right, we have the full evolution of that one. Why is it always the weird Pokemon I have the full evolutions of, but never the more common ones? That's kind of weird. Here we have a Natu and a Xatu, the full evolution. And for some reason, I put another Wobbuffet in here as well. All right, here we have a Shuppet, a Esper, Baltoy, Sableye, Mischievous, and whatever this thing is. Alright, we are getting very close to the rare cards yet again. Here we have Cosmog, or Nebby for those that are educated. Here we have Cosmoan and Lunala. Finally, a really cool evolution chain. Alright. Here we have Torterra from the Sinnoh region. That's pretty cool. Here we have a fucking hippopotamus, apparently. Here we have this thing. And a dark... I'm not even going to say that word, because that could be taken very wrong in YouTube's terms of service. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Here we have a Luna, what is it, Lunatone? The moon-shaped Pokemon, that's kind of neat. Here we have Hitmontop, a Geodude, a Graveler, an Aeron, an Aaron for those that have seen the Key and Peele skit. You done messed up, Aaron. You done messed up. A Larion, and I'm missing the final evolution of that as well, so I replaced it with Gliscor. Here we have this thing, this weird bug-looking thing. Here we have Zangoose. I believe I actually the first time I ever... There's a little bit of a story with this Zangoose here, but I'll try to make it quick. It's the first time I ever tried to play the Pokemon trading card game with one of my dumbass friends back in the day. I believe I whooped his ass with this here card, this Zangoose, by literally using the same move, essentially. So that's pretty cool. Every time I look at this particular card, I get the memory of my very first W in the Pokemon card game. After that, though, I never really did that again, so that's unfortunate. Here we have a Blissey, a Bidoof, everyone's favorite HM slave. Here we have a fucking stuffed animal, literally, Stuffle. We have a Beware. We have Glameow, another cool-looking Sinnoh Pokemon. We have Johto. We got some Johto rep with Togekiss. That's pretty cool. We got Porygon 2, Electric Boogaloo. We have Skitty. We have Delcatty. And, of course, we have my favorite evolution chain right here, front and center. We have Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir, one of my favorite Pokemon. We have a very shiny-looking Cinccino. That's a cool card. The shininess of it is very nice. A bunch of empty pages, and here's where we get into the more expensive rare cards. Here we have a full art of Meloetta, one of my favorite legendaries, or mythicals, whatever it's considered now, I'm not really sure. Really cool card. I like that it's a full art as well. I believe when I bought this card, I also got a little Meloetta pin as well. I will find that eventually. Here we have a Dark-type Arceus, or the god of all Pokemon, level 100, with the Dark Plate, I believe. Here we have a Fire-type Arceus, level 100, with the Flame Plate. Here we have Deoxys. That was cool. I believe I got this card from buying the DVD of the Destiny Deoxys movie. I think that's where I got this card. I don't know for sure. Here we have a Miss Spirit, or if Denton is watching this, we have a very long and dragged out name. Yep. So, yeah. Nobody else would really get that joke, but, you know, Galley Knight, if you're watching this, I made the reference, so, you know, there you go. Miss Spirit's a pretty cool Pokemon nonetheless, though. Unfortunately, I'm missing the other two Lake Trio Pokemon, which would have gone in these two spaces. Kind of a bummer. Here we have a full holo of Victini. We have a holo of, a reverse holo of Yveltal. We have a Latios and a Latios. Really cool. These are two very cool Pokemon, in my opinion. Here we have a promo of Lugia from the Pokemon, what is it? Pokemon Rocks America? Whatever that event was. I never went to that event, but this card was given to me, along with a bunch of other cards, a couple of years ago by a neighbor. We have a Ho-Oh, so that's really cool. And, of course, there's just one more page. Okay, two more. Okay, three more. Okay, I lied. There's 3 more pages of rare legendaries. Here we have Zekrom, Rayquaza, Groudon, Kyogre, a very shiny, very awesome-looking Entei card, a Suicune, and for some reason, another Entei because I never had, what is it, Riolu, I think? Yeah, I never had the 3rd legendary dog Pokemon, so I just put another Entei right there. Here we have Darkrai, one of my favorite legendaries. Darkrai is very cool, and the movie that he debuts in, Pokemon, The Rise of Darkrai, is one of my favorite Pokemon movies. So that's really cool. I like that card. Here we have a Regigigas, a Regice, and I never got the last 2 Regis, unfortunately. But we move on to the EX cards now. We have Victini EX, we have Latios EX, we have Reshiram EX, and looks like there's one more page until we're finished with this binder. Here we have Ampharos EX, we have Cynthia's Garchomp Level X, we have Cynthia's Rayquaza Level X, we have Arceus Level X, we have Palkia Level X, Giratina Level X, Dusknor Level X, Empoleon Level X, and finally, Torterra Level X. All these Level X cards that I currently own were given to me by a very good friend and neighbor at the time a couple of years ago. Ever since then, these cards have just been sitting in my binder, so that's really cool. That completes the very first binder. Wow, that took a while. I think I need some fucking drinks up in here, and by drinks, of course, I mean water. All right, I am back. Let's continue with this binder that I recently started. So it's not going to be as complete as the first binder. This binder I am going to specifically use for Gen 1 Pokemon. So there's going to be a lot of empty pages and very few cards. But here we have a Charmander. And of course, like I said, most of these pages are going to be empty because I am specifically using this binder for Gen 1 Pokemon. And I recently started filling this binder as well, so that doesn't help. But we have a Hitmonlee, we have a Rhyhorn, and I believe that might actually be it for this binder. Yep, I'm afraid so. So nothing too exciting with that. But let's move on to this zip-up binder that I also recently tried to fill. This might also be the same type of thing, I'm afraid. Let's see if we can't get that zipper undone, though. That is being kind of a stubborn little bee. Let's get this bad boy open. Okay, I might need both hands for this shit. Alright, we got the damn thing open. This is all of my trainer cards in here. I specifically organized all of my trainer cards into this binder because I wanted to keep most of them together. Now, these trainer cards initially were in my very first binder, but I recently organized them in here instead. We have a Pokédex, we have Konga, we have the gym leader Elsa or Elisa, whatever her name is. We have Silin, one of the 3 gym leaders that you fight in, what is it, Black and White, I think? We have a Holo Professor Juniper from the Unova region. We have Professor Birch from the Hoenn region. We have Professor Kukui from the, what is it, Alola, I think? And how could we forget this young man? I made a funny. We have Hal. All right. Here we have a card titled Cynthia's Feelings. I'm not sure where that one came from. We have Guzma. It's ya boy. We have Kawaii. Kaweya. That guy from Sun and Moon. We have Olivia, I believe, from Sun and Moon. We have Sonia from Sword and Shield. We have Hop. We have Bayday, or BD, whatever his name is. We have Gym Trainer. That guy from Sword and Shield. That guy, who I think is from Sword and Shield. Dan. That is the most normal name we've gotten today. We have the Rotom Dex from Sun and Moon. We have a Pokey Kid. Cook. This thing. That thing. That thing. This thing. Oh, that one's actually kind of cool. This Holon Mentor, I'm not sure what that does, but it has some correlation with the Delta species cards, I think. We have a Nighttime Pokemon Center. That's a really cool looking card. We have Broken Time Space. Ruins of Alph, I believe. We have Crystal Cave. Let me check my phone's battery. I've been streaming for quite some time. That's probably pretty strenuous on my battery, I would imagine. Here we have Crystal Cave. We have Stormy Mountains, Altar of the Moon, Burned Tower, another Johto location, so that's really awesome. We have Charity, Misty's Duel, Misty's Wish. I'm not sure if I can show that type of card on YouTube or not, but, you know, hopefully this stream doesn't get fucking demonetized for an entire single card. We have Erica's Perfume. And a bunch of other trainer cards that, frankly, are cool, but not as impressive. So let's cycle through them real quick. There's a bunch of empty pages back here, but that essentially is all of the trainer cards that I currently own. There's a bunch of copies in here as well, so that's not fun. Let's see here. Some of the cooler trainer cards are the Rare Candy, the different Pokeball variants, the Nest Ball, the Timer Ball, Master Ball, of course. The Focus Slash is a cool item. or sash. We have a Farewell Bell. That's kind of a cool looking item. But other than that, this is essentially just all of my trainer cards, and the only ones that I really care about are the items or the trainers. So that's really cool. We're going to put that aside, however, because we do have a lot more work to dive into. Next, of course, we are going to dive into the very last binder of the group. Now, this binder, again, is going to be a very quick segment because it is very easy to see. Let's get here. All right, so here is the giant cards that I have. This binder is full of the giant cards. We're going to take a look at that here. My legs keep falling asleep. I'm sitting in the same crisscross position this entire stream, so I have to constantly move around. All right, here we have a ginormous Pikachu card. That's really cool, actually. I like that. It looks like the old Pikachu, too. The chunk, the round boy, if you will. We have a bunch of empty pages here for cards I will get in the future. But they had a bunch of these giant cards for the 25th celebration. Here we have a Chimchar level 8. This is another giant card, which is really cool. Here we have a Piplup. And you'll notice that all of these giant cards have the Pokemon 25th anniversary logo on it. That is because, in fact, that they are doing a little thing here where they're releasing a couple of giant cards every month, I think. Here we have Turtwig, and that completes the set for the Sinnoh starters. Here we have Torchic, the first Hoenn starter, Mudkip, and of course, we have Trico as well. Now, you can get all of the cards in here in a single pack, and I will show you the paper that gives off the information as well. Trico completing the Hoenn starters, and of course, my favorite starters of the bunch, the Johto starters, Cyndaquil, Totodile, and Chikorita. Other than that, we have a couple other giant cards that aren't necessarily starters. We have a Hoopa Unbound V. This card I got with a Fusion Strike set pack thing. You can probably find this one in stores right now, actually, so that's pretty cool. Same thing with the Dragonite V box set. You can also find that one in stores. And I really like this Dragonite card. I like how it's so shiny and all that. Really cool. And of course, the only thing left to show off within this binder is this right here. This is the official pamphlet paper thing that gives you the information on all of these giant cards. So it says here, very big cards for a big celebration. It is for the 25th anniversary. The March set of cards gives you the Galar starters, all three of them in one packet. Excuse me. The April pack gives you the Alolan region starters in giant form. The May pack gives you the Kalos starters. The June pack gives you the Alola region, Unova. The July gives you Sinnoh, which we have seen in this little pack here. So I have most of the cards already, but the only ones that I'm missing are right up top here. I'm essentially only missing the June pack with the Unova region, the Kalos region, the Alola region, and the Galar region. I am also, however, missing the October set, which is the Kanto region, my second favorite pack of the bunch. However, I will get these all in due time and likely make a video on them later on when I do eventually get them. However, I'm going to set this back in here, and let's move on. This pretty much starts the wrap-up, because now we only have two things to do for this live stream. We have the rare cards that I've had forever, and we have the brand new cards that I just bought today. Now, it is very likely, judging by the fact that the stream has carried on for almost 2 hours, I may only dive into the rare cards, and I might save the new cards that I bought prior to filming this video. I might save those for another video. We'll see how things go, though. Let's dive into the rare cards. This is what everybody's been waiting for. This is the big deal. This is go time, right? These are all the rare cards that I own, other than the ones I've previously shown off in the binders, such as the Level X cards that were in the binders. Those are going to stay right there. So here are the rare cards that I own. These are currently all of my rare cards, except for the ones that I showed off in the binder. So let's crack this puppy open and take a look at my rare cards. Now, not every single one of them is going to be in a sleeve, because some of these rare cards are only rare based on the black symbol at the bottom. So let's dive right in. Once again, I will try to open this with one hand, but it is very difficult. So I'm going to use two hands. I'm going to do what's called a pro gamer move here, boys. Alright, so we got the rare cards open. Let's take a quick look at them, shall we? That being said, let's grab a couple off the top and, you know, let's sort of do what we can here with them. Let's see, a bunch of these are in a bunch of sleeves. So we're going to take the ones that are not in sleeves, and we're going to start with those, because those are still rare cards, just not ones that are in sleeves, unfortunately. Alright, so there's only a couple here that are not in sleeves. We have a Durant, and it doesn't seem rare at first, but then you take a look at the bottom, and let me see if my camera can pick it up. Let's see. Oh, what's up, Racer? Ha! You just had to leave a comment, didn't you? Let's see. The rare card is the fact that it has a star on it. You can't really see it on camera. My camera doesn't really want to pick it up for some reason. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, so my camera doesn't really want to pick up the symbol, but these cards all have a black star symbol on them, making them rare. Not too special, however, but they are classified as rare nonetheless. Yamega's a pretty cool Pokemon. We got Murkactus. We got Stoutland, along with that one. What is it? Sheninja. We got Luxray, really cool Pokemon. That's probably one of my favorites. We got Shiftry. We got this thing that I'm not going to bother to pronounce. We got Roserade, another very cool Pokemon design. We got Claydol. And of course, now on to the more exciting shit. The cards that are classified as rare and in sleeves. Those are going to be the most exciting ones of the day. So let's dive right in, shall we? All right. We got another one that I'm not going to try to pronounce, because it's a very inappropriate Pokemon design. I'll say that. Here we have a Dreadnought. Not a sparkly or holo, anything like that, but I did put it in the sleeve nonetheless. Here we have a reverse holo Beware. You can see the little sparkle effect all over it. Here we have a Snorlax. Nothing too special about this card. It is classified as rare, however, due to the black star at the bottom of the card. Somewhere there. Unfortunately, my camera doesn't seem to want to pick it up. Here we have a Volcanon. I believe this is not a holo, just a normal card. It classifies as rare nonetheless, though. Here we have a Heracross, which appears to be a non-holo. We have this thing, this weird barracuda fish-looking piece of fuck. Don't really care about that one, though. Here we have a Arcanine, another very cool Pokemon design, and I believe this is part of the base set, but I could be wrong. Here we have a Parasect. We have Crawdont, Granbull, Weavile, one of my favorites. This card right here might be worth a lot of money. I'm not really sure, though. It is a shiny Ponyta, not only because the card itself is shiny, being a holo card, but the image of the Ponyta, this Pokemon here, is also using its shiny sprite from the Pokemon games. That is really cool. I believe this card is actually worth a lot of money. I might have to look into that. But that is the shiny Ponyta. Here we have a Zacian from Sword and Shield. That is a really cool card. I don't really give a crap about the Sword and Shield series. However, the card itself here is really cool with the little rainbow effect kind of spiraling off in every direction. So I will give this card a pass. Here we have a reverse holo Dusknoir. That's pretty cool. We're also going to set aside some of the more rare ones that might be worth money, while some of the more common looking ones are going to go right there. Here we have an Arcanine. This is a reverse holo. Here we have a trainer card that appears to be rare. This one is Pokemon Champion Lance. That is really cool. We're going to just set that on top there, though. Here we have a Goodra. This is a Holo. Here we have a Porygon Z. It looks to be a reverse Holo with a little sparkly effect. Here we have a Holo Turtonator. That's really cool. Here we have a Chancy. I believe this might be part of the base set, but I could be wrong. This is a little reverse Holo sparkly Chancy. Really cool. Here we have a Holo Decidueye from the Sun and Moon series. Here we have a very weird-looking Mewtwo. I don't really care for the art style on this one, mostly because it just looks kind of weird. Is this really Mewtwo? I don't know. But it does have a little promo indicator here on the bottom of the card, or sorry, on the side of it. Unfortunately, my shitty cell phone camera cannot pick that up too well. Here we have Clefairy, possibly part of the base set. Here we have Clefable, also possibly base set. I don't know for sure, though. Here we have Type Null as a Holo, I believe. I also really like the little designs all over the card, the little star-shaped symbols. Those are cool. Those are definitely cool. Here we have Raichu. Not a Holo or anything of the sort, but apparently it's classified as rare. Here we have a Surfing Pikachu. This one might actually be worth money. I'm not sure, though. I might have to look into that. I'll set it aside for now, though. Here we have Aerodactyl. Possibly base set. I'm not sure. That is also a reverse Holo. Here we have a Moltres. I'm not sure what set that's part of, unfortunately. The artwork's kind of cool, though. Definitely a cool card. Here we have Golem. Dragonite. Scyther. Reverse Holo, I believe. Here we have Mew. A Holo. Here we have Gyarados. Here we have a Holo Machamp. One of my favorite Pokemon, a reverse Holo, Gardevoir. So that's really cool. A second reverse Holo Gardevoir, because at some point in time, apparently I had two of them. Here we have a Lapras, possibly base set, or the fossil set, I'm not sure. But this is a reverse Holo. Here we have a Nidoking reverse Holo, possibly base set. Here we have a reverse Holo Nidoqueen. Here we have Dragapult, whatever that is. That is a Holo. Here we have a reverse Holo Starmie with Rapid Strike. Here we have a Detective Pikachu card in the art style of the live-action Detective Pikachu movie. That's a cool card with some very nice artwork. Here we have a Porygon. This one is a McDonald's Happy Meal exclusive. This card specifically, this version of Porygon specifically, was only released in a McDonald's Happy Meal that came with a Pokemon toy. So that card definitely is worth something. Maybe, I don't know. Since it was only ever released in a McDonald's Happy Meal, that might make it slightly more valuable, but I do not know. We will put it in the slightly more valuable pile nonetheless. Here we have a Dragonite, and if you look closely, if my camera can pick it up, this is a promo Dragonite from the Kids WB Pokemon the First movie. So that's really cool. That might be worth a little bit. Oh yeah, fun little thing. If you look closely as well, this Dragonite is carrying a satchel, similar to the Dragonite in the Pokemon the First movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back. That Dragonite in that movie was also carrying a satchel with a message. Here we have Electabuzz from the same set, Pokemon the First movie, the Kids WB. Here we have a Pikachu from the same set, the Kids WB Pokemon First movie. That is another promo card. Here we have a Toys R Us exclusive, Jangmo-O. This card I got at Toys R Us back in the day when it was first opened. So that might be worth a little bit, given the fact that it was only given out at Toys R Us. I don't know for sure, however, so don't quote me on that. Here we have another Toys R Us exclusive. This is Piplup. This card particularly, I actually got from Toys R Us about a week or two before they closed forever. So this card holds a lot of memories. That's really nice. Here we have another Pikachu. This is a Pikachu that came with the 25th anniversary set. Likely one of them. Here we have Ash's Pikachu. This version of Ash's Pikachu specifically is a promo card because it was only given away at the theater debut of the Pokemon I Choose You movie. I really love this card, and I really loved the movie when I saw it in theaters. Once again, this card here was only given to you at the theater if you saw Pokemon I Choose You on the big screen. I did, so I was one of the lucky people that got to take this card home. I also really love the detail on this card. Not only is Pikachu wearing Ash's iconic hat, but he also is carrying the Rainbow Wing item. So that's really cool. Really awesome looking card. Definitely going to be worth some money at some point. Here we have a Gardevoir EX card with a Yveltal teaming up as well. This might be one of the team-up cards, but I'm not sure. I've had it in this sleeve for a long, long time, and I probably will never take it out. That's why it has a number on it, because I bought this card at a Comic-Con at one point or another, and I just never took it out of the sleeve. The sleeve itself is really cool, celebrating the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. And like I said, Gardevoir is one of my favorite Pokemon, so any card with a Gardevoir on it is 10 out of 10 for me. I also really love how this is a full art as well, so that might be worth a little bit. Here we have a full art, or maybe half art, of Mega Pidgeot EX. That is a really cool card. Definitely worth a little bit of something. Here we have a... Is this a rainbow full art? I'm not sure. This is a full art, nonetheless, of a Mega Pidgeot EX. So now we officially have two different Pidgeot EX cards, or Mega Pidgeot EX cards. One of them looks to be a rainbow full art, but I could be wrong about that. My Pokemon card terms are not what they used to be. Here we have a Zygarde EX. That's really cool. We'll put that over here. We have Mewtwo EX. We have Pikachu EX. A full art of Altaria EX. That's really cool. Full arts might be worth something. We have Alolan Muck GX. This is another full art. That's really nice. Here we have Raichu GX. Oh yeah, Muck GX as well. That's pretty neat. So EX, GX, a lot of shit to memorize there. A lot of shit to memorize. Am I happy about it? Yes and no. Depends on what happened, I suppose. Let's organize these cards a little bit more, however. All right, here we have a Mewtwo GX. Let's see. Let's put that in with the Raichu GX, since they were essentially part of the same set. Here we have Charizard GX. This is, again, another full art. And these three Pokemon right here, I think, were part of the same exact set. These three Pokemon cards here, the Mewtwo, Raichu, and Charizard GX cards, I bought in the Pokemon TCG Battle Academy pack. And I just kind of took them out, and, you know, there they are. So once again, I got these three cards from the Battle Academy box set. Mewtwo, Raichu, and Charizard GX cards. The box set of the Battle Academy is actually pretty easy to find right now. Definitely check it out if you're looking for some GX cards, my guys. But we'll put that there. Here we have Umbreon V. This is a full art, really cool. Here we have Hoopa Unbound V. And if you look closely, this is the same Hoopa card that I have a giant variant of. And for reference, let's slap the binder down real quick and dive into it. So here is the giant Hoopa Unbound, and here is the tiny Hoopa Unbound. Wow, look at that size comparison. That is insane. All right, well, let's move on, shall we? Put the binder back. Here we have Snorlax V, another full art. That's really cool. Here we have Greninja V. Dragonite V, which again, I also have a giant variant of as well. Here we have Venusaur V, Blastoise V, and Gardevoir V. Also, fun thing, there was a couple little box sets, or what is it? I think maybe it's, there was a couple of little box sets where these basically were these three, I think, were three different box sets that you could buy. So that's really cool. I finally have all three of them. I gotta say, by far, my favorite V-specific card is gotta be either Gardevoir V or, let's see, where is it? Either that one or Greninja V. I like both of those cards equally. Both of them have really nice artwork on them. But I'd say if I had to pick a top favorite, it would go to Gardevoir V. As I've mentioned several times already, Gardevoir is one of my favorite Pokemon. Let's move on. Now, we have two options here, the way I see it. We can either A, end the stream off after looking at the last two rare cards, which I hold in my hand off camera, or B, we can continue the stream, if my phone battery will let me, and we can dive into the brand new cards that I just bought as well. However, I'm going to have to go with option A, and I'm going to wrap up the stream after showing off these last two cards. And these cards here that I'm showing on camera, these we will do in another video. These are brand new cards that I've never opened yet. I just bought these cards today prior to recording this live stream. However, I notice now that the live stream is going on for a bit longer than I want it to. So that being said, I will dive into these new cards later on in a next video. If you want to see what is in these new card packets, let me know in the comments below once this stream goes public. Excuse me. And let's clean up these last couple rare cards before we dive into the final two cards of the stream before we end off everything. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching my live stream. I know this is a little bit different. I've never really live streamed off of my phone before, and I've also never really live streamed my Pokemon card collection before. However, if you guys want me to do more videos, if I ever get new Pokemon cards in the future, which is more than likely, whenever I get new Pokemon cards in the future, if you want me to do separate videos on those as they happen, let me know in the comments below, and I will make sure to keep that in mind. However, these are finally the last two cards of this live stream. These are the last two rare cards of this live stream, and then I'm going to have to sign off with you guys. Here we have a Gardevoir Gx. This is a full art. I put it in a sleeve and a little plastic card casing. And of course, we have Mega Gardevoir EX. I really love this card. This is probably my favorite card in my entire collection. This is my pride and joy just because of the artwork alone and because it's, well, my favorite Pokemon. But what I really like about this card specifically, what makes it my #1 favorite, is the fact that it uses the normal Mega Gardevoir and the shiny Gardevoir Mega as well. Both of these are Mega Evolved Gardevoirs, and one of them is Gardevoir's shiny sprite. So that probably is what makes it my favorite card. And once again, this is in a neat little sleeve and a plastic casing. So these are the final cards of the live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want me to do a video diving into the new cards I bought and haven't opened yet, if you want me to open those for a separate video, let me know, and I will be sure to get on that swiftly. However, thank you guys so much for watching. It was kind of a pain to have to dig all these out, but I'm glad I did because it's been a while since I took a look at my old collection. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and perhaps I will see you in another gaming live stream in the future. Yes, I do have every intention to return to my PlayStation and do live streams with video games. I definitely want to do that again, and hopefully that goes a little bit better. Hopefully we get a little bit more life on that stream in the future. However, this was my entire Pokemon card collection so far. Thank you guys so much for watching, and shout out to Wannabe Wallux yet again. I'm hoping you'll be able to give me some form of feedback, my friend. I'm very interested to see what you have to say. Bummer that you couldn't make it to the live performance, but hopefully you get a chance to check out my video when it goes public again later. That being said, thank you once again, guys, for watching the stream, and I will see you all in the next video. Let me know what was your favorite card shown off during this live stream, or possibly top 3 favorites. Personally, like I said, my favorite is anything with Gardevoir involved, and this card right here is my pride and joy. That being said, I'm going to have to wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next live stream, and let me know if you want to have any other video ideas. Let me know if you guys have any other video ideas for me in the future, and I will keep those in mind as well. That being said, I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.